Oh, world map. I've missed you. What happened last week? Heavy sigh.
Oh shit, I'm drawing a blank on this one.
Not much did happen, admittedly.
Not much did happen. We tried to travel via plants. We're not able to. Access denied. Giant mushrooms just screwed us over big time. Not sure what happened there.
Stupid giant mushrooms.
And then we walked. Some of us piggyback ride, and some of us summoned mounts, but we mostly walked a long ways, and then we made camp.
Yeah, we dealt with the fallout of the cultists as well. Of now a bunch of them follow Chance and think that he's Marisu. Which we'll unpack that later. And a bunch of the other ones, so all the combatants are going to Grove, the non-combatants are going to Onalembo.
Yes. And you guys are headed very slowly towards Duras now, instead of quite quickly.
Actually, Audra wakes up very inspired for a quicker way for us to move, but...
Well, your watches go by fairly uneventfully. In the very distance, I forget whose watch it was second, but you can see a small group of people moving north to south, kind of going towards the Lockmond area from where the cult would have been. Which seems to probably have been the group of combatants that you talked to. And Clarence Dagmar. He decided to go too.
Yay!
Oh yeah, you find out he's quite insufferable.
Yeah, but that's okay. He's allowed.
Kinda. You wake up. Ollie makes a little breakfast of stamped mushroom waffles.
Anyone want a good berry?
Yeah. Chance refuses the waffles.
But they're heal and hardy.
I'm sorry, I just fed him a good berry. He's gonna be full, sorry. And I ate one too, so... Sorry, I didn't realize that smell was food.
Look, sorry. I don't like the grit.
But it gives texture.
Yeah, I prefer having texture in other ways than sand.
What am I meant to do about it? It gets everywhere. Providence tries a waffle. There is less sand in it than Chance made it seem like there was, but it definitely has a grit in the mixture. It seems to almost help hold the waffle together, since it's basically just like bits of mushroom that have been chopped up and pulped and then pressed into the heel of a sandal for a shape, and then put on a really hot stone to cook. They don't taste great. Until I assumed Arazid would offer some spice.
OMG, I get to use my MSG? I'm going to add some MSG to both my waffle and Providence's waffle, and Ollie's waffle, if they agree and consent to this this food additive.
They would heartily agree and consent to this, and all of your flavors have been enhanced. The good berry would actually go pretty well on top of the waffle.
Should like a good berry.
Actually, yeah, but I want to save it for later.
Here you go. Here's a 3 HP good berry for your record keeping purposes.
Yay!
Breakfast is finished, and Audra looks like she had a plan.
She is like vibrating in place. So, have you guys ever? I mean, I've never done it. Have you ever thought about like being a cloud?
What?
That's never really crossed my mind, no.
So there's this super cool spell I can do, and we can all turn into clouds and move really, really fast because water in the air, like water vapor, is like super, super light, so you can move super, super fast. You just kind of like ride the wind the rest of the way to Duras.
I see.
And if you hate it,
Sounds
you can.
dangerous.
If you hate it, you can turn back into a human anytime you want.
Right. How fast is this exactly?
Like 300 feet, so I guess that would be like 20 times as fast as a horse. I don't know.
Oh, fucking hell, okay.
And it lasts for like 8 hours, which is great. So we could just like do it all day.
But yes, solid plan.
But you have to be willing for me to cast it on you, so if anyone has any objections,
I'm willing, but I'm nervous.
just deep breath.
It'll be an experience.
Well, that's a given, I feel.
Okay, we're all ready. Everyone's finished their waffles.
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright, I will cast a Windwalk on us all.
Not really sure what's expecting to happen. That you are all
Uh,
whisked away up into the air.
We all become clouds, and the only thing we can do is dash or turn back into a human, so... or whatever kind of humanoid you were before.
I also would de-summon horse before this.
I mean, I could I can do up to 10 creatures, so your horse can also cloud.
I don't think you'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's 300 feet per round, so we're moving 10 times faster than we normally would for travel timing purposes. And we can sustain that pace for 10 hours. Sorry, 8 hours, if it takes that long to get to Duras, which I doubt it will at this pace.
Wait, we can actually go 600 because the only
Oh, yeah,
action
because we can
take is the
dash.
dash action.
Yeah, so we're actually moving 20 times faster, so I was actually 100% correct. 20 times faster than we would on foot.
So you'd be able to make your way there in, I'd say, about 4 hours.
Hooray!
We had 16 hours left to go. That's so upsetting.
You find
We
yourselves
made it.
floating over the city of Duras. So some things have changed since you were last here. For one thing, there is a massive army parked outside. Though from the flow of pedestrians in and out, you can tell that this is not like a besieging army. And these seem to be people who are comfortable with one another and just don't have anywhere inside the city to park their massive army. Over the castle of Scalard, you see a semi-transparent, sparkling dome of magic has been erected.
What the hell?
Well, that's potentially why things didn't go quite right.
Maybe. I knew Sklod had like an ego and everything, and like was very paranoid. But this is a bit far.
Well, I mean, knowing that she's one for theatrics, I wouldn't say so.
Shall we head in then?
Yeah, I mean, Audra will telepathically communicate with you because she can see you. You guys know this place better than me. I'll land where you land.
Well, we should probably land like a bit outside of where the army is, so they don't get angry at us for just turning from clouds to people.
Yeah, we can go like behind an alley or something. I don't know, wherever you guys want to land.
Oh, yeah, we could just land inside the city. That's right.
Yeah, we're water vapor right now.
We can still communicate, right?
Let me check the spell. I don't know if we can. I mean, I know I can still telepathically communicate with you guys.
The worst comes to worst, you'll just be dictating.
Yeah, you guys can't. There's no way for you guys to talk, so I can telepathically
incapacitated,
communicate. So I'm just telepathically communicating to you guys to lead the way.
I think probably like around here would be a good idea. That's kind of a bit inside, and then we can just head to the Rusty Sheath, because I think that's going to be our first stop. If I had to guess.
Yeah, lead the way. There's no way for me to understand what you're thinking back, so...
Any objections?
Are any of the other clouds breaking off? No objections.
Alright, well, I think we probably end up like here-ish, and then head to the Rusty Sheath.
Sounds like a solid idea.
Well, the Rusty Sheath, as you may remember, has got a rather large, like, hole rendered into the top from when the Great Bitch last passed overhead. And so it's quite easy to pick out amongst the sea of buildings, even though it's been a while since you were last here, and you walk inside, open the door, you're ready to greet smiling Webley with a big smile on your faces, and it's abandoned. There is a collection of dust on the floor. Everything seems to have been turned over and rifled through.
Chances...
Smart, an abandoned building.
No, this was a place that friends of ours resided in.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh no, they're fine. We met them afterwards up in Naglement, I believe.
No, that's where you first met them.
Right, right.
They were here last, whenever we pissed off Sklod. Chance is gonna summon his familiar and have it, like, fly throughout the building, trying to see... He's just gonna look through its eyes and everything to try not to disturb anything, and to see if there's any evidence of what happened to Webley and Brightsteel.
Sure. So that would be, I assume, a investigation check with whatever stats that thing has?
Let me look up the stats. Oh, that's a shit roll. This investigation is intelligence-based.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it's, A 15?
Oh, that is an interesting modifier.
Yeah, apparently ravens only have 2 intelligence, which doesn't make very sense to me.
He's burb though. What? Does your raven have a name?
Yeah, let me pull up my Google Doc where I have everything. Is Zuku.
Zuko. Zuko, looking around the back room with the now very cold furnace, notices that things look a lot emptier in here than you'd expect them to be if things had, if you know, things had just been made a mess of. From your and their estimation, it seems as if someone took a bunch of stuff and then at possibly a later date things were rifled through.
Chance will return to his own senses and dismiss the familiar for the time being. Seems that there was... They got out, and since then people have ransacked the place.
Right. Well, that's understandable, I guess.
I mean, from what I've heard, the city kind of sucks. I wouldn't blame them for moving.
Oh yeah, no, it's horrible.
And so long as Squad is in charge, it's not going to be good.
Well, yeah. Anyone who walks around their own streets naked is no one to be a nice
What's
person.
so weird about that? It's your skin.
Right, I forget that's kind of normal for you. Whatever.
Should we investigate the late night inn next?
If it's still intact, sure.
I mean, that's another thing.
Are we going around just like looking for friends? Is that what's happening?
Trying to figure out, I think, the current state of the city, see if we can't find people we can trust.
Yeah.
And then from there, we formulate a plan. Besides, I think the inn was close to an access to the sewers, correct?
That's correct.
Alright, well. Let's head to the inn then. So, chances would be pretty pushing everybody into, hey, let's go through, like back alleys and everything, because we kind of are probably wanted criminals.
Do we
A lot of
want
us.
pass without trace, or are we just going to be sneaky?
I mean, that would help.
I vote for pass without trace.
Okay, I cast pass without trace.
You're passing without a trace. Is there any issue in getting to the tavern?
Aside
Probably do
from
something.
looking at some of the billboards on your adventures towards and seeing many of your own faces, except for Providence and Audra, and including that of a certain turtle. Seeing a big red X that has been drawn through each of your faces, and seeing a someone has painted a gold circle next to each of your names, next to each of your faces, to denote money. It's a little disconcerting. But you are able to make it to the burnt out husk of what was once the Late Night Inn.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I imagine this will be the case.
You look down and you see essentially nothing but a few timber spurs sticking out of the ground and a pit where the basement once was.
Mm.
So I am guessing this building was also not like this.
The hocus
No,
pocus
this was
focus has been destroyed as well.
Yeah, this was a tavern where one of the teleporting blood realm places led to.
Huh. That looks like a super broken arcane circle, so it's a good thing we didn't try to use that.
Yeah. All right. So that's 0 for 2. Let's try heading back to where the guild is. So head to the sewers next.
The Thieves Guild.
Well, here's hoping we don't get the track record with the third one.
Hey, you know what they say, third time's the charm. That's why we save them for last.
Well, yeah, fair point.
Alright. Head in to the sewers and head towards the Thieves Guild.
You know the way pretty well by now. Left here, right here, make sure you sneak through this area here, because it's super close to the prison. They still haven't fixed the hole in the floor through which Solas and Six were once pulled, which is fun. Eventually, you get to the wall that you know very well. If you punch in this brick, then this brick, then maybe even that brick too. What is revealed is something where the tiles don't line up very well. A small entryway.
Ooh, it's like a lockbox.
Stupid token never saves the right HP.
Yeah. I swear I've changed. Oh, that's why. Because it still somehow thinks it's the old token. Despite the amount of times that I've told it to replace it. Sorry about that. Well, not sorry, it's roll 20 at this point.
Roll 20 may function, but that's all it does.
Yeah, I noticed I saw a screenshot, I think it was on the showcase.
Mm-hmm.
You run in Foundry or something?
Yeah.
You rate that well?
Oh, definitely.
I might.
I absolutely adore it. I'm gonna buy it for myself. I absolutely adore it.
I might migrate. I only use Roll20 because it's just the first thing that I found, you know.
Yeah. Can Chance attempt to, open the door a little bit and peek inside?
Sure. Even very carefully open the door. Does he want to do a little check for any form of traps or Anything before he fully opens it?
I will guidance do an investigation check myself if no one else looks like they're gonna do it.
Yeah, Chance is looking around. He looks more concerned about who might be inside than anything else.
$17 investigation.
You see that a little bit beyond the doorway there is a tripwire.
I communicate this information telepathically to everyone within 30 feet of me.
Okay, did you just step over it, or?
Yeah.
Don't step through it.
We'll open the door. Does it look like it's going to hit the tripwire if he opens it fully?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, and when I say fully, I mean enough for an average-sized humanoid to enter.
As Chance kind of notices that, kind of looks back. The door won't open unless we trip the tripwire.
And we can't knock?
You are able to see with the door open a sliver that the room beyond is empty. However, somewhere inside you hear...
Chance is going to summon his familiar. Is it enough room for a raven to get through?
Yes.
Alright, he's going to send his familiar to scout.
The raven is able to... Zuku, I'll write that down, is able to scout, but he is faced with... Or they, I didn't ask, is faced with the one thing that baffles birds. Doorknobs. It is able to scout around this room. It is able to see that the tripwire is attached to a primitive brass bell.
Okay.
And it is able to discern that the snoring is coming from this room, who you know to be Morgan Tam's room.
Chance will dismiss the familiar and just kind of stand up. I'm guessing kind of kneel down to look at the tripwire and send out the bird, but knock on close the door and then knock on it. The tripwire was connected to a bell, so I'm guessing it's just an alarm system.
Oh, it's a doorbell.
In a way, I guess.
The snoring does not appear to stop.
Well,
Excuse me! Bang, bang,
in for
bang.
a copper, in for a gold, and Chance is just gonna push the door open.
Okay, here we go.
Ding, ding, ding. It's quite a musical bell, actually. The snoring ceases abruptly, and you hear the loud, heavy sound of someone falling out of bed.
Chance is just gonna walk in and lean up against this pillar.
The door bursts open, and a very disheveled, bed-headed friend called Breeze bursts through.
Chance will just nod. Well, it's been a while.
Oh God, it's you guys.
Yeah, nothing to worry about. Where everybody just sleeping, or?
No, I've been asked to wait here for you, and here you are. I can't sleep anymore. Oh, hi.
Hi!
Wait, I don't know you, do I?
Not unless you've heard my voice in your head.
I don't know which one are you.
I'm About to call herself the new one, looks at Providence.
I have a few new members. Ollie should be around here somewhere as well.
Ollie falls out of the DM void.
Yay!
Oh my god, hi! So, like, how's everything been? What's been going on? These are our new friends, by the way. This is Audra, and this is Providence. Sorry, are you still sleeping? We can always come back later. Well, no, we can't come back later. Wake up! Breeze slumps into a chair and just kind of falls over onto the table, still really struggling to wake up. Okay, so, this place is kind of dead now. Which
You've
is,
noticed what's
super
happened.
It's well, it's not really complicated, but maybe, like, why don't I take you to our new place? That's what my job was. Morgan's gonna be super unhappy if he hears that I kept you guys waiting.
Alright then, lead the way.
We could just go from there.
Do you need to, like, splash some water on your face? Which is a good berry.
Water is not as easy to come by nowadays as you might think.
Audra clutches her bucket of water protectively.
Squad still being that protective, even with that stupid orb.
She's still being her, yes.
It sounds like she's not a very nice person.
Are you logged in, by the way, now, Josh? You hearing everything?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yep.
Hi.
Hello. I can finally hear people and not the bitrate people's voices. Which is entertaining.
Robot voice.
It was... You were all coming through clear. Yet for some reason Discord was like, you're going to be really loud and you're going to be really quiet, and for you specifically, you can hear the bitrate. Everyone else. Ooh, city.
Yes. You are brought back into the sewers, and you were taken on a very circuitous adventure, until finally you reach this area of the sewers. And the sewers, by the way, are like bone dry. Before
I really
they
thought this was going to be less sanitary.
they had some water in beforehand, but now there's nothing there.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's just like super fun here all the time now. But yeah, welcome to our new home.
Does Chance recognize this like section of the sewer at all?
Roll a history check.
He's trying to figure out if this is a trap type thing. Where's my thing? Where's history on this?
Guidance.
24.
I think you hit insight by accident.
Oh shit.
So, to like
Sorry.
save...
History. 23 for history.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there that Audra wouldn't know to cast guidance to help him unless
I was gonna say if he like literally
verbally
stopped in the middle of the way and was thinking real hard, but
No, Chance is doing this as we're walking.
Yeah, I just want to make it clear that like in player and out of player.
Sure thing.
But this is Breeze, as far as you know, so sneaking things past him isn't exactly a hard attempt. This is an area of the sewers that is familiar to you. It's under the Noble Quarter. You and John briefly went across it once during your first bank heist. Alright, it gets a bit tight here. Oh, screw you, Tony. I'm definitely gonna look up Foundry later on.
Before Chance rounds the corner, I'm just gonna cast Mage Armor.
Fair enough.
Better safe than sorry.
You don't have that cast every single day.
Wake up, Mage Armor. Eat, Mage Armor.
No, it's only 8 hours. I don't want to waste my I don't want to waste like 4 hours of it.
Yeah, we get in a lot of 2 a.m. fights. Before Audra rounds the corner, visibly hesitates, takes a deep breath. Just like, I don't like this.
Meanwhile, I run like actual warriors, wizards, who don't even cast Mage Armor when they're in the middle of a fucking massive dungeon. That was my Tuesday game.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a character. Technically, you all are, but...
Factually, you're not wrong.
The portcullis is open. Breeze tumbles through, and you see Chastity standing on a bridge over a dry, what would have been water area, folding her arms and smiling down at you all. Welcome to the Bark Corps. It's about time you came back. Yes,
Well,
Breeze, you can go sleep now.
We're
Lovely.
running out of diversions, so
He
That's a good way to
makes
put
his
it.
way up and disappears. Welcome, welcome. Ollie just like runs up, big hug. We've been hearing quite a lot about you all. You must be Audra.
Hi.
But you with the horns, I don't know. Nice horns though, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Have I met another tiefling?
There are none in the cult.
In that
So
case,
quite
Providence
possibly,
is
yes.
just staring.
Hi.
Hi.
You alright there, honey?
I'm so sorry. I've never seen another tiefling before.
Oh.
That's cool. Wait. And then she just speaks infernal. Do you understand that?
You said pass the salt.
Oh my god. Wait, there are no gods.
God has definitely killed him.
I'm just gonna go like stand next to Arazid, my emotional support ranger.
It's gonna give a little pat on the arm and be like, yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
Honestly, that should be Arazid's subclass's emotional support.
I will make it so.
Chastity's just gonna like kind of smile awkwardly at you and then just move on. She's a professional. So, a lot of you probably got questions.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna take you all to Morgan. But first, you, starry one, Audra,
Hi. Yeah.
come here.
Okay.
Chastity walks over to this door and thrusts it open. She walks through. Hey, Quinn.
OMG, I just run to Quinn. Tackle, full tackle.
Quinn was in the middle of doing some spear training with another member of this guild, and kind of like just drops it the second that they hear their name. And before the spear even hits the ground, you've enveloped them in the biggest hug, and they're just kind of like
I was so worried
frozen for a second before they start to reciprocate.
Are you okay? Did the spell work? How are you feeling?
Audra, I'm so happy here. You've made some great friends.
I know, they're pretty awesome.
They're like helping me, and they also want to overthrow this place, which is pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, I've heard Scott is like not very good. Oh, okay, full crying. Okay, I'm just gonna pat, 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 pat.
They look a lot healthier now, like mentally at least. They're physically still quite faded. The skin still looks quite grey. It's still suffering from the effects of malnutrition. I only got out of that place the day before yesterday. They've been doing good. The cook is interesting.
Are you hungry? Do you want a good berry?
I'll always take some of your good berries. They're great. They're great berries.
I give a good berry. They're very good.
They're very good. And they just kind of like nom on it in like two little pieces, and like little tears just start coming back into their eyes.
But like you're happy here, even though like you can't see the ground or the sky, and like the air is a little bit stagnant.
I'm so much happier here than I was toiling away in the sky.
And you're like fully okay here. You're not like wink wink. You want me to drag you out of here? Like they've been like actually nice.
Yes, they're actually nice. You can roll a insight check here if you want. I feel like that's the thing Audra would do.
Actually, Audra would say in Quinn's mind, hold up 3 fingers if you're lying.
She holds up one and pokes you on the forehead.
Ah, okay, that's fair. There are a lot of liars out here in I guess in Grove too.
There are lots of liars everywhere.
Who said that?
The quite imposing figure who is next to Quinn, who is training them, speaks.
Hi, I'm Audra.
Hey, John. Poisons, thieves' tools, forgery, occasional poking with heavy sticks.
Hey, Chance, I found someone who does forgeries.
Yes, we've met.
Chance will walk in upon his name being called. Oh, glad to see you're not dead.
Likewise. How are you?
Well,
Actually, it goes by Chance.
don't go by that these days, but...
Oh, shit, sorry.
Oh, don't care. It's not like anybody's been able to update anyone here.
I mean, we got this kind of weird letter from Ollie the other day.
Was there a crow too?
Yeah. What was it called? It was a huggin. I think it called itself.
Mhm.
The hell is that?
Look down on the map.
Weird. Tiny. Round 20s like that. Yeah. Crows are scouting around now. I think they've been working with one of our newcomers. Morgan's
You
gonna
have
tell
you
all
have a friend that
about
works with crows.
We do now. I'm sorry to cut the reunion short, Chastity says from the door. I just thought you'd not want to have that torture held out any longer, but
No, I appreciate it. Who freed Quinn? I promised I have money. I can pay.
Morgan will explain all that with you. He's waiting, shall we? Chastity leads the way down to the end of this corridor, which seems to be just a dead end in a wall. She hits one very particular brick, and an alcove appears inside. Revealing. Go in. He's just on your left. Nox will show you.
Oh, well, isn't this just a regular crowd?
Trimtrist and Dune are playing cards. Meanwhile, lockpick expert Nox is making some lockpicks. All three of them kind of pause as you all walk in. Master?
Oh, don't mind me. Just passing through.
Okay, nice to see you again. Hi. You look well.
Well, I've certainly seen better days, but I'm doing alright for the most part.
Duna will give you an awkward squeeze on the shoulder. Trim, on the other hand, will approach the group, look down at Arazid in particular, and just pick him up and give him a big squeeze.
Arazid will reciprocate. He's like, "Hi, are you okay? Like, what's been going on?"
He smells like the sun. Hey, I mean, so, Blue Rocket's no more. That was fun.
Oh.
Yeah, we heard that from our new companion, and Chance will motion to Audra. Sorry about that. I think we were indirectly the cause.
A lot of good plants died. But hey, now they got me working with birds, which is fun.
Wait, you work with crows and plants?
I'm a man of the land.
Can you do this? And Audra will druidcraft a flower in her hand. Just a lily opens up.
I cannot.
Oh, well, you can keep this one then.
Oh, no roots? Okay, well, I'll make the best of it what I can. Maybe I can press it. Thank you. person.
Audra.
Audra. Trim Trist, at your service. Former
Trim.
farmer. Former resistance leader. Now a different resistance member.
You guys didn't tell me you knew another druid?
He's a regular guy.
I'm not
That's a druid!
I just grow plants.
And talk to birds?
Oh, sure. You can't do it with magic like you can. It takes time and sweat and effort. It takes nutrients and water. The birds, they take time and love and respect, and I can't understand what they're saying back. I just have to trust that they understand me.
Audra has a look on her face like she can't imagine not having a magical connection to plants and animals.
But he seems quite content. Anyway, catch up later.
Said to our left, so it should be this door.
Correct.
Chance gonna turn and knock.
Come in. Sitting at the table at the end is Morgan Tam. On either side of him is Whitefang, the werewolf, and Ermdane, the dwarf. They shuffle along in the seats to accommodate more people coming in.
Arazid's gonna spring up to Whitefang.
I already said it once, but this is a regular crowd. Chance will just smirk as he takes a seat.
Welcome back to Duras.
Well, can't say it's the happiest of sights.
When has Duras ever been the happiest place on Earth?
Fair point.
Please, take your seats. You must have many questions. I have instructed my friends, new and old, to not share too much with you until I saw you, so apologies for that. Spies everywhere, you see. Anyone else to come in? No? Please.
Solas, are you coming?
I'll be staying here for a bit. Don't know about it.
Okay. Audra will sit.
Trim and June invite you to share cards with them.
That was the plan.
Share in the game that they got going on. Which is a quite difficult game of poker. It seems Trim is a lot more of a difficult opponent than you thought. June, on the other hand, you can read like a book by now.
Which is unique for Solas. Because he can't read anyone.
Inqua will go to shut the door then. Well, okay. So from the look of some of you, you know who my friends here are.
Yeah.
First time, actually. Hi, I'm Audra. And Audra will try to, like, reach across the table to shake hands.
Dane, she's about the same height as Arazid, so she just kind of, like, stands up on her chair a little bit to, like, reach over Arazid to shake your hand. Whitefang, like, is kind of like Alex Louis Armstrong level of big. To the point where he's like barely fitting in the room.
Audra seems unintimidated by that.
He's definitely putting himself across in quite a open, friendly way, despite his size. I think it helps that he's almost comedically kind of like hunched over, trying to fit himself in this inadequately sized room. White Fang.
Nice to meet your acquaintance.
He's super cool, I promise.
I don't know. Catch me on the wrong side of a moon. He gives a joking little wink to Arazid.
Arazid would wink back, but honestly, it is scary. It is scary. So he kind of goes like, yeah.
White Fang will turn to Providence, his hand outstretched.
Hi. Shakes it.
And lastly, he'll look down at Inqua. Hey, lake boy.
Lake boy?
It's a long story. I kind of like fell into a lake once, and they've never let me live it down.
Yeah, that's how we met Inqua, as he fell from the sky into the lake that was once Blue Rock Lake.
It wasn't that long of a story.
I guess not. I just don't like talking about myself very much. So, any trouble getting here? Morgan asks.
No.
Is there something wrong with the trees in the courtyard of the palace? Like, did we notice if they were there or not?
I'll say, well, other than the giant magic bubble that I'm presuming is stopping all magic.
Yes, she erected that quite a while ago. An anti-magic bubble.
That caused us some problems. But other than that...
I guess we can start with the most pressing of matters, which is Sklod herself.
Yes, she is always pressing. You have possibly seen some portraits of yourselves and your friends hanging up on billboards. Quite a reward out after you.
Yeah, they were pretty consistently defaced with, like, red X's.
That's not the defacement, that's how non-literate types communicate a desired death.
Oh. That's bad, guys.
Yeah, I would say so as well.
How much is on her head?
Is it 1 gold piece? Because that's what was drawn on the poster also.
No, it's 100,000 for all of your heads.
For everyone, that's pretty cheap.
It depends. Now everyone has to buy water in order to live.
What the fuck?
The word going around is that you attacked the very water source of Dras and destroyed it, and only Sklod, in her infinite wisdom to think to stockpile some water, has averted an entire drought. But
No. Sklod has the ability.
The water orb.
No. Sklod has a magical artifact that can create water. It was housed within a individual named I believe it was Farkloon. that it was in?
Rajats.
Uh,
Farkloon has
Rajat.
been dead
Oh,
for a
Farkloon's
good 70
the
sessions.
northern dragon guy, yeah.
Yeah, the one whose bone had a dagger.
Yeah. Was housed within an individual known as Rajat, and that's where the water source and the river that eventually flowed to Blue Rock was coming from. This magical artifact was the only thing keeping this individual alive, and turned out to be the phylactery of Squad. So whenever we killed Squad, she burst forth from this magical artifact, killing Rajat and fleeing with the artifact before we could secure it.
Yes, that tracks more with what I know about her. But hey, now you know what the word on the street is.
Hmm.
Man, Squad is just a lying liar who lies.
Oh yes. You would hate her.
I already do. And if you knew me better, you would know that I don't hate that many people.
Yes, you don't seem
It takes a lot.
Is there any updates on the other people from Blue Rock, as well as some of the people we knew within Jurass?
Oh yes, quite a few of them are here now. My esteemed colleague Whitefang brought quite a few refugees with them when they begin to die of thirst. We have quite an accomplished guard captain, Majin. No, sorry. That's my mistake. I've literally got two people mixed up. Her name is Marin. Majin is an old banker who burnt down her house with the insurance money. We also have quite an excitable little fellow who helped dig this whole place out. Name of Erin. Who else is from Blue Rock? Please, Whitefang. Well, quite a few people were able to survive on the amount of water that we had left in there, but many more weren't. So with us, we've brought the herbalist Yvain, Piritos Cobble, the accountant, that vampire, you know, the one that likes to polish stone. He's here, he's in the city somewhere at the moment doing reconnaissance. Oh yes, and a very friendly fellow called Melt.
I see.
So I don't know any of these people. Do you guys know some of these people?
Chance would nod. What of, well, the ones who ran the Broken Sheath, Webley, and Brightsteel, do you know anything of them? Where they're currently located?
Oh yeah, they're around. Inside, one of the bedrooms. There are many bedrooms, or maybe in one of the back halls. They're somewhere in here. I think, Brightsteel is currently trying to set up some form of new forge in the little, cave area that we've got towards the northwest.
Well, it's now that we're somewhat updated on the matters and whatnot, do you have a plan for dealing with Sklod?
We've been trying to infiltrate her castle again, which has been difficult, considering the magic going on there at the moment.
Is that anti-magic field, can you just, like, not cast through it? Or can people, like, not walk through it?
It's a little of both. The wall seems to be both a magic inhibitor and also a barrier. I've seen her casting spells. She can keep those disgusting things of hers going in the palace. We've yet to attempt to fight one. She has created something made of metal and walk. Dane pops up. Actually, she didn't create anything. What she has done is she has cast quite a powerful spell that allows her to grab things from far in the distant past. So she has essentially just stolen from her past self. It's quite fascinating, really, but quite problematic also, yes.
She's messing with time magic? That's extremely problematic. That branch of magic... chronomancy is incredibly unstable.
As is Sklad. Incredibly unstable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
Do we have any information on what her phylactery might currently be? If we're going to take her out, we're going to take her out for good this time.
Unfortunately, yes, we do know what the phylactery is. It is the power core of her most beloved construct.
Alright, that's easy enough to take care of.
Do you know, like, some of the defining features of this construct so we could, like, recognize it?
Oh, you'll know it. It's about 40 feet tall. It's got 8 legs, 2 massive claws, a tail that kind of arches up and around over its carapace.
Ooh, is it a scorpion?
Right, yeah. Like that, but, you know, a construct. It doesn't even truly exist in this realm. Even she's not powerful enough to bring something like that into here.
I mean, a giant scorpion could exist.
Yes, but maybe not one constructed from 1,000 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Well, do we know exactly where the power core is? I have ways to destroy things.
I imagine it's inside that big anti-magic wall.
Oh, yes.
I guess we need a bit more information on that as well. Can others cast magic within it?
Only Sklad and those that she allows. My son, you remember Skin, don't you?
Hmm.
He's been masquerading as her lover.
I'm sorry.
I am disappointed.
That's so bad.
If it weren't for the fact that I knew that it was all for the greater good, I would be so much more disappointed in my son, but sometimes you gotta do who you gotta do.
Well, do you have any clues on how to get rid of the dome? We have a lot of people who use magic within our group. It would be a detriment not to have it in the fight.
You could possibly try lure her out of the magic barrier. Goad her into dropping it for a fair fight. She does have somewhat of an ego, doesn't she? Research.
Yes, but we've
ways-
already killed her once. I don't think she'll fall for something like that.
My research, skins research, seems to indicate that she is quite ready for another fight against you all.
I'm sorry, the last time this scar came back, right?
Yes, there are these things called liches.
I mean, I'm conceptually aware of a lich. What
Oh,
I'm saying
cool.
is, does she need to come back to the same body?
No,
No,
a new
body
one
can reform
grows
within 10
out of it.
days.
Okay, because I was gonna say we could just kill her. I'd disintegrate the body, and then she wouldn't have a body to go back to. But all right.
No, the original body was decapitated in her throne room when she regenerated as a fully new person in the underground.
Well, she might be prepared for a fight with you lot, but I imagine, aside from myself, there are others who have never been in physical contact with her.
Yep, first time for me too.
Oh, there you go. It's two people she's not prepared for.
But we're both kind of like magic, so
There are
True.
also many individuals who do go in and out of the castle on almost daily basis. It's mostly the higher ranking individuals from Naglamund. The lady of the city, for example, she visits Sklard quite frequently. Apparently, it's nicer than sitting out in the tent areas with everyone else. Also, some of her retinue, the old man with the red eyes.
Virgil.
Yes.
Yeah,
who
I
used to be in
need to
prison
speak
with.
with him.
He is there as well. There's a fellow who seems to be awfully burnt because he always wears many bandages all over his body. He's around too.
Interesting. The one with the red eyes, Virgil, does he exit the keep at all?
Yes, they go back and forth.
Do you know his movements in a place that I could speak to him without other prying eyes?
Unfortunately, many of us are now constrained to live in this domicile. You see, the reason why many of us are here, people like Ermdane and your friend Quinn, we've rescued from the prison, but many more of them have been forced out under fear of death. And you bartender and cook, and you blacksmith and his apprentice slash partner, for example. Anyone who fraternized with you lot in the past is now in danger of being killed.
Given the dreams that Sklod has plagued us with when we've shortly left, we figured as much.
Yes. You know about the unfortunate end of the magic retailer, then?
Yes. Is there anybody who has taken up that residence, or has those items kept away safely for sale somewheres, perhaps?
I know where the items are, but I do not know who, if anyone, would take on such a position now. If she would even allow it. Even the nobles are scared at the moment.
I just want to say I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault, darling. When
Is
one
there any
is ruled over by a maniacal, egotistical overlord, one must make do with the best that they have.
Is there any way of getting a full-scale revolt underway?
Very possible, very possible. First, you would probably need to start trying to disseminate information that countered her narrative, which would be very hard in a town where everyone is either a slave and afraid to die, free and afraid to die, or a noble and afraid to die. You'd need money, you'd need organization. Look at that, we have some of those. We do have one
So-
contact. Do you know of a woman called Audra Asturias? I believe some of you have met before at the underground casino.
Does this ring a bell for chance?
Yes, it was called the Castle Castillo. It was where Grimsby Hale ended up barkeeping.
Oh, I think so. Maybe, it does ring a bell, but I can't picture a face.
She always had with her a quite imposing dragonborn bodyguard.
Oh yes, it's coming back to me now. A bit more.
Oh. She owes me quite a few gambling debts, as luck may have it, and I have managed to talk her into repaying them with information and cooperation. She comes by most evenings.
How much money would you say is in the... Or I guess the first question should be, do you think the bank is even still running?
The bank is still there, but shut down to all outsiders now. The keeper has taken over it fully.
Is there any way to still get money out of it with bonds or anything like that?
You could certainly try if you put on the right face and a mannerism. You would, if you were to walk in and attempt to do that, would be immediately attacked and
Of course, but
to be executed.
I would say I may have a proposition for John, and it just so happened we've just so happened to come across some old bonds in our time in Own. They just need to be doctored a little bit, get the seal turned just right, change a few other things. I've attempted one myself, but failed.
John could definitely take a look at those for you.
They're worth 10,000 gold each. If we can get them to honor them, that would definitely fund our operation.
If not, it would certainly buy your way out of trouble with the common folk, should any of them recognize you and decide to collect on money themselves. Or try. You look like you could hold your own against a barbarian or two.
Most definitely. Any fools that attempt to come at us will not find themselves in the best of situations. However, we should try and keep that from happening. If Squad doesn't know we're here, the better. And the longer Squad doesn't know we're here, the better. Because I feel as soon as she knows, she'll turn the city upside down.
Please tell me that you all made some efforts to hide your arrival and presence within the city before coming underground.
Yeah, we came here as clouds, and then we were shadows for a bit.
We've used magic to mask our trail.
Very good. No. Where have I gotten up to? What Sklad has been teaching about you, the consequences of those close to you, the death of Anaya, my son's whereabouts. I think we're more or less up to date. Well, currently the plan was to infiltrate after learning how to drop the barrier.
Oh, I did have a question about that. Is the underground passage not traversable?
Underground passage has been filled in.
Ah, I see. Well, that method of attack is, I guess, no longer.
Yes, we've been wondering that ourselves. Skin has been valiantly trying some method of talking her through all of this. I pity that poor boy, I really do, but if he's unable to persuade her, which I see very likely, then we may have to try and fight her without magic. But that was until we got a letter from your lovely Ollie, who I assume is probably talking to Chastity or John or someone.
I presume she's catching up.
What is this about? Morgan flicks through some of the papers in front of him. Evil or army coming?
Oh, so you remember the Great Bitch, right?
How could we forget?
So that is actually an ancient demigod, known as a Monazid, who is a fusion of two ancient beings, who had made pacts with the leaders of cities to give them magic and power in return to serving it. We kind of pissed it off after killing the Gressingmans in Grove, challenged it to a fight and killed it.
As you're describing the nature and origin of a Manazid, Dane just kind of like slams her fists down on the table. I knew it!
So yeah, the Great Bitch is dead. We do not believe the spirit has been killed. We think we just killed the body as far as we are aware. And it has set its child as our coup on the world to destroy Southern Delore. Chance will pull from his pack where is it? Koth's map and lay it out on the table. This is their battle plan of destroying the world as we know it.
And we're on day 6, in case you were wondering.
We believe we may have put them behind schedule because we did destroy the Skull Carge Bridge. So they should be arriving somewheres in Own around this time. The leader of Own was not willing to hear reason to take up defense against this invading force. So we are unsure if Own is no more or if Own has aligned with these invaders.
So they may be held up there, or they may just breeze through and be here, I guess, in...
We're not sure how long it might have delayed them, the bridge being destroyed, so far if it hasn't interrupted them that much, we believe it might have put them on a 1 or 2 day delay at the most, or at least I do.
Here is the problem as far as I see with evacuating. In order to survive, one must have water. Water is something that we can only get here, and even then in small quantities.
There's water in Grove.
And how must we survive the trip there?
Oh, it is a long way. That's true. It's a ways. Okay.
How do we
There's
solve
no-
a problem like Sklad?
Mm.
That is the
There's
pressing
no
question of
large
the day.
plants around, is there? Other than in Sklad's palace.
No, not particularly. There's lots of smaller withered trees around the Oasis Quarter. But even then, that place is under heavy, heavy guard now.
Then our method of transporting people will not work.
I couldn't do it today anyways. I spent that energy turning us into clouds.
But still, we could take a few days to get people evacuated, but looks like our only option is to deal with Sklad. Any objections?
We need that orb anyways, right?
Or any questions? I feel like I've been answering yours, but what about the groups?
I mean, aside from sorry if I get your names wrong the first couple of times I'm meeting a lot of new people, no real questions, just trying to like keep everybody straight.
Yeah, I'm still processing.
Understandable. And you, Red One? Providence, did you say?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm similar boat to Arazid. This is my first time in a city. This is a lot.
This is your
This
first
is not
time
a normal city, by the
in
way.
a city? Any city? You've never been in a city? How have you
No.
survived?
That's a wonderful question. Stares absent-mindedly into the table.
I think you may have broken. Okay, it's fine.
Arazid's just gonna reach a hand across and pat Providence's hand a few times.
Yes, maybe we should just let them acclimatize for a bit. Inqua will pipe up. I want to look at this barrier further. Maybe I can make something that can help dissolve it?
If there's anything I can do, I mean, I don't know if it can be dispelled. I'd have to probably take a closer look to figure that out.
I think going would be quite dangerous right now. But you said that this, your poor son will be coming by in the evening. I think I'll wait here for him. And I'll ask him more then. But something to consider, certainly. And if you happen to, find a way to sneak up to the palace without being seen, that would be nice to know. But
How much, or what did they fill the underground tunnel in with?
Rock, as far as I know. Poor Erin apparently wasn't able to dig through it.
Do you know if the barrier extends to under there?
I can't say I've looked. Hard to look through stone.
Well, that might be a approach. I've uncovered some secrets and such, and we have many of us here who can perform magic. I have the ability to shape stone into whatever I see fit. We could create a passageway.
Intriguing.
I could also help with that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I can help with it, but I can disappear into rocks and stuff. If that is any help, I could disappear into the probably into the rock and go through the rock.
You all have learnt a lot since we last saw you, haven't you?
I don't know. Oh, okay, I guess we have then.
Maybe just be a bit more confident in yourself, Arazid.
I've been trying. I had a whole talk with White King about this. I remember this like it was yesterday, even though it was probably about 4 weeks ago. And it was very, very enlightening and illuminating about how I need to be confident and super cool. And I never really got over the first hurdle.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Even if you don't see it, I can see a difference in your confidence level.
Thanks.
Oh.
I'm ready to kill
know.
God.
Do you have any artisans here? I have need of some material components crafted.
What kind? We have bright steel, of course.
Do you have anybody who can engrave gems?
Oh, absolutely. Ask John. Or maybe Nox.
Alright, and anybody who can work ivory, and a way to get it.
What the hell is ivory?
I don't know. This, all I know is that the spell that I know, I need a statue, and it needs to be made of something called ivory.
So it's like this like hard white material, kind of bone-like from like the tusks and teeth of animals.
Interesting.
I'm gonna say, 'cause there's people willing to sell some gems and have something similar, perhaps. I need something created.
Maybe talk to Breeze. If you can find him awake, he is our fence, he might know.
Very well. I will have to do just that. I don't... Unless you all have any questions for us. I don't think I have any more at the moment.
My first question would be, what is your plan next?
Well, probably go look at the rocky passageway. If we're able to open that up, we have a method of attack that Squad wouldn't foresee, given that it's been covered and everything. Other than that, I don't believe we should travel on the surface all that much. It's too risky. Soon as Squad catches wind that we're here, as I said, I suspect she'd turn the city upside down looking for us. I also need to figure out a way to talk to Juan, Virgil, whoever you want to call him, the one with the red eyes from Neglamund.
Oh yes. I'm sure you could find him around.
Anyone else have any suggested courses of action?
Other than at some point getting close enough to have a good look at that barrier. They don't know my face, hopefully. So I could just take a look, see if there's a way I could dispel maybe even just a portion of it. I don't know.
I think our current the plan that you had was good. Also, I don't have anything else.
I wish you all the best, and I do hope that you all don't die in this. We have been waiting quite a while for you to come back.
Well, If we die, know that it's probably a next to impossible task then, because we don't die easily.
Of that, I have no doubt.
Alright then. Seems we have some people to talk to, things to do, and this chance will stand.
So do drop by the tavern on your way out, by the way.
We'll head there next then, before we do anything else.
You look quite hungry.
And where is it located?
It's the opposite door to the north from where you came in. At the portcullis, it's the first door on your right. Chastity will point it out to you if not.
Very well. It's good to see you all again.
Thanks for all of your help.
Yeah, lovely to meet you.
Good luck. See you again later. Inqua's going to turn at you. I want to talk to Ermdane. I'll catch up with you all later.
Sounds good.
Cool.
As we exit out, Chance will look to Solas. We're going to the cafeteria. We were told that we should go there before we leave. Other than that, we have an idea of what we're doing.
Oh, amazing.
In total, you have won about a third of the hands of poker, since the rest of the party have shut themselves away.
Alright, I think I'll be off for now. Let's play games, you two. As he's gonna get up and follow the rest.
I realised I didn't have any character art for Bright Seal. I found the perfect one, and then I clicked on the link, and I just got sent to an album of 200.
Oh no.
LMAO.
Yeah, I love it when that happens.
Ollie, are you coming?
No, I'm gonna, I want to catch up with these guys.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
Just give me a sec to keep on scrolling. It's a really big album, and it's right at the end, I guess. It's funny to see some of the artwork of, existing characters. Like the mayor of Blue Rock. I swear to God, if I reach the end and it turns out I've missed this guy. You know what, I can deal with that in the break.
Speaking of that, do we want to take it now while you get that sorted, or
Actually, yeah,
we're just about 2 hours in?
Following conversation might take more than 30 seconds. So that is a good point. We can take the break there, if everyone else is happy with that.
Yes, I'm gonna make a quesadilla.
Coffee 2.0.
Yes,
Nice.
let's get more coffee.
I'm gonna get some Coca-Cola, and then I'm gonna find the character art. And I'll see you guys back here in 10. You open the door into the tavern area. Several familiar faces greet you as you arrive. Grimsby Hale, in particular, behind the bar, looks at you through his bushy eyebrows. Evening, chaps. Chappusses. Chapitas.
Can I go around the bar and give him a hug?
His arms are soft yet strong. He smells like bread.
Everyone smells really good today. Sorry, that's a weird thing to say, but everyone, for people living underground, you guys smell great.
Maybe I'm just hungry. Again. From the back room, you hear, "Oh, damn it! Why won't you work?"
Oh?
And as Arazid is approaching, possibly even to the point of him being flapped in the face with the door in perfect comedic timing, Zaidant bursts out with a platter full of freshly baked buns.
You know, out of everybody I was expecting to come out of that door, that's the last person I expected.
I mean, I felt like the voice really gave it away, to be fair, but... Good, sorry.
Out of curiosity, before I continue, who were you expecting to come out of there?
I don't know. Honestly, after the exclamation, I was expecting one of the twins from Blue Rock.
Honestly, that is kind of aligned to what I was thinking.
Understandable. Well, I see that you're all here. I made these little buns in celebration of your arrival, but unfortunately they seem to have been ruined a little bit. It's a little hard to bake things in an oven that you can't light. No ventilation, you see.
I'll still eat one.
You are handed some kind of, it's more of like a fermented raw dough. It's like a sticky, soft bun. It's oddly sweet. Like the second you touch it, fingerprints start to form in it. Notably, it didn't have any fingerprints when it was handed to you. Well, I suppose that's to be expected with Zaidant.
Odd, but to be expected. Like that guy who takes like a fat rip off of a bacon and he coughs and then he's like, to be expected. It's like that. Like strange, but also expected.
It's like sticky, it's very chewy. It's like, have any of you ever eaten mochi?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like that, but less sweet. Inside is filled with with a similar kind of like bean, possibly a date paste.
This is actually really good.
Can I interest any of you?
Just once. Takes one.
I do love how you're not reacting at all to this like creature made of blood, speaking in a RP British accent, handing out buns.
Look, you know what Providence, like how messed up Providence is. Let's be honest. This is perfectly fine to her.
Everything that they've seen about like what the party does, this is like immediately quite old by now.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to call these bloody buns, but they are looking quite delicious anyway.
If you don't have an oven, how did you cook them? Steam?
Yes, well, good eye. They don't call me many things. Mostly they just call me it. Hello, how are you? What's your name?
Hi, Audra. We've actually met.
Oh, yes, of course. Dreadfully sorry, the first few weeks of mortaldom were quite an adventure for me.
I see you found your calling, though? That seems nice.
Yes, well, it turns out my calling was right under my proverbial nose all along. I masqueraded for many years as a proprietor of fine, delicious foods, and it turns out I actually quite enjoy eating them too. Now I have a stomach at least.
I mean, yeah, food is great.
Thank you so much. Please take a seat at the bar, why don't you? Tell me, how have your travels been? How is that, interesting fellow who took my place and, well, cured my deformity?
Oh, well, about that.
It's been, we should let Inqua speak for himself when he comes here.
I'm
That's
sure
what we should
that
do.
I will seek him out.
He's catching up with Ermdane. You should leave him be for now.
He will probably seek me out when he is good and ready.
Possibly.
I'm not sure that's true, but...
Well, if not, then he'd best watch his back, because I will be coming and I will have snacks.
I thought that was going to be concerning, but that was actually surprisingly wholesome.
Oh yes, I've turned over quite the new leaf. No more stealing of other people's bodies from me. Now I make delicious bread items. Steamed bread items. Occasionally skewers. Blood sausage. Not mine, mind you. You know, all sorts of things.
I'm glad you found a calling that you can call your own.
I certainly can. Though I will say that often I end up being asked to do other little tasks.
But, like, nicely, right? Like, people are nice to you?
Yes, I mean, they seem to be somewhat hesitant well, at least they were somewhat hesitant about me walking around in what I like to affectionately refer to as my true form. But I think everyone got a bit used to it after a week or so. If not, then they starved.
Oh, because of the blood. Yeah, I get that.
Yes, I mean, this is more of like a remnant now. I have become quite mortal indeed, a changeling, as it turns out. The same as our esteemed leader and his son. I was kind of struggling one day on the streets. My form was flicking here and there, and Morgan found me and he took me in. And been here ever since I have.
Is there a big changeling community in this town? Is that like a thing?
Oh, it depends on the size. I mean, there are, 4 of us here now? And that is quite large by changeling standards, but normally quite lonesome, apparently. I'm not technically a changeling, I suppose. I just have the body of one now. It's all very confusing, my dear. Have another bite, why don't you?
I've actually had like 4 good berries today, so I'm actually getting really full, but I appreciate you.
I'll have
Perhaps you
another
should
one.
Try experimenting with popping good berries inside of these delicious confections. From behind the bar, Grimsby just goes, "Yep."
We'll send Inqua your way when he's done with what he's doing. Yeah, it should be fine.
Perfect. We will discuss. Anyway, tell me about yourselves. Arazid, Solas, you, how have you all been?
Well, a lot has happened, and maybe the world might end, but it was fun while it lasted.
Oh dear, not again.
Yeah, it's army war headed towards us in like a week or so.
I am certain we'll be able to fix things before that happens, so... And if not, well... Oh well. But either way, personally speaking, I think we've been doing pretty fine, for the most part. Better than we have done previously.
Capital. And how are the others? How is that charming little turtle?
Oh, no idea.
He kind of flew off into the sky, never to be seen again.
Right, that is what you're searching out. Yeah, no, I haven't seen him in ages.
And your changeling friend, Ollie Trustworthy?
Yeah,
She's in a different room. She's nearby.
Oh, capital. I will have to say my hellos to her as well.
I think that she would appreciate that.
Well, I'm sure that you all have very important big tasks to get on with. So I suppose I should leave you to it, but have you heard anything from Juan lately?
I'm going to track him down. Eventually. I have questions for him.
Do you know where he might be?
I haven't seen him since he left the late night inn with that friend of yours, Henry, many moons ago.
He's somewheres in the city. Still works for Henry, as far as we know.
How intriguing. Please, if you happen to see him, please give him this. He hands Arazid the head wrap that Zaid used to wear. The small beaded part.
Arazid takes it and stashes it with his belongings, but carefully and gently.
Maybe he will remember. Or whatever it is that apparently was his problem. Oh. I think I smell the kettle boiling. Excuse me, and good luck. See you all later, etc., etc. Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
You see Grimsby noticeably relax once Zaidant leaves the room. Yeah.
It's certainly a character, but I appreciate it. A little burst of sunshine for the day. I don't know why that expression is a good thing, because the sun is killing us all, but it's okay.
The sun's great. You know, the reason that plants' leaves are, or most plants' leaves are green is to help absorb energy from the sun, right?
No, I didn't know that. Why would I ever know that?
I mean, you like plants and stuff too, right?
I do like plants. I just live in a place where there's not a lot of them because on account of the rocks.
Yep.
I mean, plants can grow in rocks, it's just harder.
Yeah, I would see a few of them, and then the ones I would see, I would also eat. And sometimes it would make my stomach hurt.
Have you ever considered you shouldn't eat some of those?
Food's food.
Except for when it's poison.
Food's food.
Food is food. Chance will look to Arazid. I think it's probably best if we have the least amount of people show their face and everything. I need to confront Virgil directly. Do you think I could pass along that?
Yeah, but you have to promise me to do it with tact and understanding.
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
I can come. Nobody knows my face, right?
Well,
I pass along the scarf.
Chance will put it in his own bag. That's my plan, is that we need to find him. And you and Providence are the best people to do the above work. However, once that we show one of you are connected to us, then they'll no longer be able to move as freely, especially if one, Virgil, whatever you want to call him, decides to tell Squad.
Thirsty Jesus.
So how do you want to divide and conquer? I guess maybe Providence and I could check out the barrier and see if we could figure out a way to dispel it.
Want to do that?
I mean, it's entirely dependent on whether it's based from Sklar themselves or from an item. If it's from an item, might just be able to go and get it.
There's that. From the sounds of things, it's coming from Squad. Based on what they said, because she needs to keep it up. And has say on who is affected by it and who's not. It's a shame there's no library to research such things here.
But that's a lot of magic to do something like that.
Yeah.
They hurt them.
I mean, a lot of we've killed, the physical form of the thing that Squad gets their power from. So, I'm not worried about her.
Well, I'm going to probably prowl on roofs to keep an eye out for Virgil. I believe it's probably what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. If you do want to check out the barrier, Chance will look towards Arazid and Solas. What would the rest of you like to do? Or plan on doing, I guess?
Well, I don't really have any personal plans right now, so I guess while you're doing stuff, I can catch up with old friends.
I'd like to do something important. Something important.
Aren't you going with Solas to scout the barrier?
No, that's going to be that's going to be Audra and Providence because their faces aren't up on wanted posters.
And we both have magic, so.
Because they're going to scout the barrier, and then we have Chance who's going to go looking for Virgil by taking to the roofs. And then everybody else staying around.
I guess I'll stay around. I can't do much in the way of dispelling magic, and I don't think I can look for Virgil. I mean, I could look for Virgil if you need help, but I don't think you need help.
I can keep to the roofs, and I have the ability to turn myself invisible if I need it. Shake off any pursuers and whatnot.
I mean, do you want anything done while we're up there?
We need to get that barrier figured out. Other than that, unless you somehow come across magical supplies and ivory and gems and such, I don't think there's going to be much that I at least need. I'm not sure the others.
Well, someone said that there were people outside of the city, and I could probably go check because they said that I think Vang was here outside of the city because it said the Lady of Nagramund. So I could probably go see about who's outside of the city and if they can help us, what they can do for us, what's going on.
And if anything dangerous happens to you, Arazid, you can meld into stone.
Exactly.
It's a cool spell. It's a cool spell.
So we've got Providence, Chance, Arazid, and Audra all leaving, and Solas?
Please come with me, Solas. I'm scared. Please come with me.
Sure, why not? I don't have anything better to do, so.
Do you guys want to stick together and do like one thing then the other, or split the party?
Well, we can't. Well, what is it? Arazid, Solas, and I are wanted criminals, so Chance would keep to like the roofs, using his boots and to basically jump between them, fly between them, being stealthily. I mean,
Okay. And the others?
I think, we would just try to, I mean, are there any people, walking the streets, or is it, pretty deserted?
When you guys were out last before coming underground, it was, fairly deserted, low traffic.
I think since Audra and Providence are, not being with the main group, we would just try to be inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Without, being overtly sneaky.
Okay, but I'm getting the sense that we're sticking to, two individual groups at least.
Yeah, I think that's the plan, right?
Or 3, really. I'm just trying to balance pacing.
This is fair and valid.
Thank you.
So I assume with that you all leave the new hideout.
Before we go, I'm going to use a use of my wild shape to summon a familiar, an owl. And it's just going to chill on my shoulder for now.
Alright. As you guys are leaving, you see that Chastity has moved away from watch, and you can hear her and Ollie having quite a loud animated conversation in the training room, and Nox is instead keeping watch.
I'd say as they go to leave, Chance will give a nod.
She'll nod back at y'all. quickest exit would be to find yourself somewhere here. So most people heading outside, it seems. Outside the city. Gonna go speak to the Naglamond lot, right?
Yes. At least Arazid and Solas are.
And Chance, you're basically just like flying around scouting for what's his face. You know, whatever you guys call him today.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Chance would be like moving about, watching, like kind of like sitting. I would say probably about here, watching like the main path of the street, because like the Naglamund people are out here, right?
Can you ping that again? Sorry, I was on another map. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, let me put some tents down to like represent dozens of tents.
Yeah, because Chance would basically take a perch on a building that's on like the way that he would walk towards there, and begin keeping watch for Virgil.
So each of these single tents represents a, good few hundred tents in real life. Right, okay. You guys want to start heading in your respective directions?
Yep.
I'm trying to be sneaky as I'm leaving. I'm trying to be very sneaky.
You want to roll that sneak check?
I'm checking my my special abilities for any sneaky stuff. I have nothing that will help me be sneaky, so I'm going to just be sneaky. I'm gonna roll stuff. Based.
And say, do you want me to roll stealth as well for moving?
Yeah, we'll deal with one group at a time.
Okay.
So Solas, going with Arazid, are you attempting to be stealthy as well?
Yeah. Attempting is the main word here.
Would you by any chance have some quite heavy armor on you?
I do.
Would you by any chance be going ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk?
Potentially.
Alright, let's see how this works out.
Just gonna see if I have anything, but I don't think I do.
Would Audra perchance cast guidance upon Solas before you guys parted ways?
If he requested it or looked like he needed it.
I mean, he's not a particularly sneaky individual, so
Yeah, you just feel a warm hand on your shoulder, and
And say, do we still have Pass Without Trace up?
Pass Without Trace is only an hour. I assume it's been longer than that.
you guys definitely have been in the New Thieves Guild for more than an hour. Although Solas can also stand on his own two very unsneaky feet.
Yeah.
So
Gonna throw.
It cancels out basically then.
Yeah. So that's gonna be that on as well. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Oh boy. So that would be.
So you feel free to use that guidance if you want it.
I did. It's in there.
Oh boy, that's with guidance?
Yep.
I thought that was just your modifier that was being
No.
weird for some reason.
No.
Okay. Arazid. Very small, very stealthy. Kasunk, 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 kasunk. A few heads turn.
Just as you probably mentioned, Solas does have his cloak on, so with the hood up, obviously.
Am I still in possession of that damn Santa's hat that transforms you with a beard, or did I give that away to someone?
I think you sold it or destroyed it or something.
I mean, I know Audra borrowed it for a while, but then she gave it back.
Either way, I'm pretty sure that Solas would still never be convinced to wear it.
Exactly.
Damn it. Well, I'm gonna say that I have it because I don't remember getting rid of it. But it's too late. It's too late for us.
I mean, if it's any consolation, Solas is staying a few steps behind.
He did think to wear the most sneaky garment of all, a cloak.
A black cloak as well.
Oh yeah. You couldn't be more inconspicuous if you tried. And you tried. So you guys reach the gates. A couple of guards are gonna cross their spears in front of the pair of you. Halt!
Hi.
What business have you outside?
I come bearing news for someone outside.
Mm-hmm. By the way, would you approach the gate as a pair, or are you each trying to sneak out individually?
I think Solas is a few steps behind Arazid.
Yeah.
Right, but in
I will
quite
be
a
honest.
deserted streets, being just a few steps behind could still read as being part of the same group. So I'm asking if you guys want to just full on approach the gate individually, or
I mean, at the end of the day, Solas is following Arazid because he doesn't exactly know what's going on, to be fair.
okay. So I would say as a pair then.
Yeah.
All right. Both of you. He your bodyguard.
Kind of, not really, maybe, sort of. Wait, what's it to you?
We're the ones asking the questions here.
Apologies. This one can get a bit nervous, as it's quite evident. Just pay him no mind. He's not being suspicious, just not used to dealing with authority.
Mm-hmm. Roll a persuasion check, please.
Oh boy.
What's with the hood, eh? Got scouts? Got little burn?
Well, I've been around here for a while. Made a few enemies I don't want finding me.
Oh yeah? Like who?
Oh, you know, random jackasses who decide to jump us every now and then. Yeah, the people who are out for the gold of those who are blatantly richer than them. And I'm stupid enough to let them live, so...
Well, hopefully you'll learn better next time. Ran afoul of some people in the casino, did you? Alright, who are you gonna go see outside?
I don't know if I should be honest or lie. Hold on, I gotta think about it. I've just got news for one of the leaders of Naglamon.
What's the name?
Vang.
Yep, that's one of them. Alright, you may go on through.
Okay, thanks.
The guards turn to Solas. Look, try and not let that one do the talking next time.
I'll do my best.
Right. And we pop over to Chance on the rooftops, being sneaky, question mark.
Yeah, he's like just kind of peeking up a little bit, trying to keep out of sight. That requires some stealth.
Yes.
Being sneaky.
Being sneaky. If he stands still, he could be mistaken for a chimney.
I think he's more like a lot. Like I'm guessing there's like a little raised edge to this roof.
Yeah.
I presume he's more like in a corner, lying down with like his head kind of just resting on
I
it
see.
to try
I
and keep
feel
like the lowest profile that he can.
Are you just watching Grand Artifacts or the Rusty Sheath or something? Or
Oh no, he's just watching
Main
the
as a
street, like
whole?
coming, like the street as a whole, keeping an eye out for Virgil.
Roll a perception check.
I presume this is site-based.
Oh yeah.
I'm not as good as these anymore.
Oh,
A 21's still pretty good though.
What happened?
I changed my class.
Oh yeah.
And I'm now an intelligence instead of a wisdom-based character.
I'm not sure if I prefer your ridiculous AC, so I feel like combat is useless against you anymore.
You don't
Or
like
you're
the 31
ridiculous.
AC or the 30 some odd AC?
Look, I was raised not to lie. So you sit and watch the street for quite some time. Yeah, you see a lot of people go past. After a little while, you see a glimmer of a shadow as a individual steps out from literal nothingness and stands before the rusty sheath. They hold one hand up to the door. You see it pulsating with a pale blue light. They grasp their fist, they look around, and they disappear back into nothingness.
Does Chance understand what's going on?
Roll an Arcana check.
18.
You met... Oh god, what's her face? Vang's, side partner.
Yeah, we've met before.
Yeah. This isn't her, but this person seems to step in and out of, like, visible light in the same way that they did. And her name was... Isolde.
He's old, yeah. I just looked on the document.
Yes.
Yeah, so hypothetically speaking, Chance would have a rough idea.
As for the blue light, blue is something that you associate with divination. So, as someone who is skilled at flipping in and out of being visible very easily, has just arrived at a place that you have recently been and cast some form of divination magic.
And then they disappeared again.
Yeah.
Chance will summon his familiar and look through its eyes and send it flying down towards the rusty sheath. Because I can... Where's find familiar? Because I am able to... Where's the one? Because I think, if I remember right, you can look through its eyes.
Find familiar, yes, you can.
Yeah. Yeah, as an action, you can see through familiar's eyes and hears what it hears. As long as it's within 100 feet, which we're within 100 feet.
Yeah, the building is 3 stories tall, which is nowhere near 100 feet tall, I think. I don't know what these freedom units are anymore.
And say, as the raven flies down, can it see anything? Or I guess, can I see anything through it?
You can roll another sight-based perception check.
I don't think I get the advantage, because this is through someone else, like through the creature.
That's true. Oh,
Ow.
buddy.
Well, Raven doesn't see anything.
The raven almost just slams right into the door.
Well, it's acting like a bird.
Which is good for camouflage.
Is there like a window that it can land in to kind of like get a better view of the magic that was cast?
Sorry, so you wanting to send this whilst the individual is still there then?
Yeah.
Okay, so the individual steps out of nothingness, stops in front of the door, and that's when you summon Zuku.
Yeah, and send this raven down to like land in a windowsill near them.
Okay.
And slams into pretty well slams into a wall and then lands on the windowsill.
But in that case, the individual is going to reach out and grasp Zuku by its throat.
I can cast touch-based spells through. Do I have any? Don't think I have any that I can use here. Is it like, can I tell that this is like a trying to kill?
Not really kill, it's more like is now picking up and examining the raven with not very much care.
Okay, if it's not hostile, then
Yeah, it's more
Chance
of a
will just kind of sit
curiosity.
there and watch them, like go back to his own senses and watch them as he communicates with the bird to just kind of let this individual do what they want. Or before Chance does that, could he see their face?
Yes. Where the face doesn't reveal quite as much as you may hope.
Chance will watch for another moment to see what they're doing with the examination.
It mutters to the raven. What are you, bird with arcane touches about you?
The raven has mimic cry, so it is going to turn and say, can mimic simple sounds. So can I like call back, like, what are you?
Yes. Do you want to do your best impression of a raven doing that?
What are you?
Brilliant, thank you.
It was very nice.
How cute. I know what you are. Tell your master and your friends that every day that you did not deliver yourself to the glorious beneficiary that is the Queen, more and more people will die. People you love, people you care about. This is a promise. And then he will snap its neck.
Before that, would I have any reaction to make the familiar disappear, or should I roll some kind of reactionary?
Can you do that as a reaction? And would you like to play your hand?
No, it's easy to resummon, so Chance will just kind of allow it and mutter a quiet sorry to himself. He'll continue to watch this individual.
The still corpse of the raven will fall onto the ground. The individual will pick it up and with one of many small daggers will spear its corpse into the door of what was once the rusty sheath, before then turning and disappearing into the shadows.
Chance will return to monitoring the road, looking for Virgil.
A few people notice what's happened to the door and begin to stray away from it, to the point where quite a wide berth happens, and then we will pick up with you later on, because we will keep this game moving a little bit, and Audra and Providence would have reached the palace by now.
And we are trying to be inconspicuous. I don't know if you want us to roll stealth for that or what.
I really want you to roll stealth. Please roll better than some other people have done.
Okay, I get advantage because of my tattoo.
That's gonna be bloody difficult.
Oh, that's bad. Alright.
I mean, Providence is basically just staring at literally everything, because this is all new to her and everything is fascinating.
And there is a super tall tower that is essentially the palace, standing inside an ovular garden that almost makes the whole palace interior and exterior look like an eye. You may notice Audra getting kind of frustrated when she spots the great tree that you guys were meant to pop out from.
Just a deep sigh.
Yeah, I'm not mad, but I am disappointed. Also, there is quite a pretty translucent, sparkly pink dome that covers the entire palace, wall to wall.
How high does the dome go?
So the tower is about 7 stories tall, and each story, the floors,
70 feet, 80 feet?
are about 20 feet tall each, so it'd be about 140 feet tall would be the tower, so the dome would be about 150-ish feet high.
Okay, and I assume the dome is right outside of this fence? Where is the dome starting?
The dome starts at the top of the wall.
At the top of the wall, okay. And it touches, to the ground?
You can't see, it touching the ground, you just see it emerging from the wall.
Okay. And like, if I kind of look at like from an angle, like at the gate, does it appear to encompass like, to the ground at the gate, or is that also unclear?
Yeah. When you look like round at the gate is like a portcullis style gate, and you see that it goes directly to the floor. Possibly further beyond. It's hard to tell.
I'm gonna have Davina fly up, and kind of like getting a better view of like the top part of the dome while I look from the side, and hopefully she can give me the help action and try to determine magical properties of this and what would be required to get it down.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also guidance myself. That was really bad advantage, but okay. This is so sad. I hope you're better at this than me.
I was going to say, my microphone wasn't plugged in for some reason. Can I make that check as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wondered why
I'd
you were
like to
kind of
do
quiet.
that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. No, not guidance. Although I can guidance myself.
If you can do it.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, fuck.
No, I'm gonna... Yeah, screw it. I will use magical guidance. I'll re-roll that.
Oh, I have
Nope.
luck.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
buddies.
Much worse.
I have luck. I'm gonna use a luck point.
You have luck? Where from?
Yeah, I took that as my ASI.
Cool. Oh yeah, we did talk about that, didn't we?
Nat 20 plus 1.
I thought you went with a different one in the end. Like a...
I was thinking about it, but then I went back to luck.
I see. Well.
Yes, it's lucky you took that.
Yeah.
Yeah, feeling lucky.
Now I get to make luck puns.
I am... And I, as a DM, am lucked. You guys have like a lot of looks, a lot of attempts to discern it. It's kind of hard to have a good close-up look at it when you're not that close. But between you and Davina, suddenly it snaps. You've heard about this type of thing, the one that happened in Blue Rock a few weeks ago. You've read about these kind of things in the past happening in places like Yaramukai. It doesn't have a name, but imagine if someone combined an anti-magic field with a wall of force and then put both of those spells on steroids.
So based on Audra's understanding of these spells, this would be like 9th level or higher, basically.
Yes.
Providence, what you see happen is Audra just like staring at this. Her eyes go white for a second as she stares through her owl, and then she just sighs deeply.
Well, I don't know about you, but I am with this. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's really fun to come across spells the likes of which I could never even imagine casting. Oh, this is like, Wall of Force, anti-magic field, like together.
Well,
Like if somebody sat down with both those scrolls and just like smashed them together.
yeah. I mean, if we got rid of the anti-magic part, I could get rid of the force part.
But it's like one spell, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing I could possibly think of is taking complete control over someone who can get through the barrier and getting them to turn it off.
You can do that?
I don't like doing it, because it takes away someone's free will, but yes.
I really appreciate that you said that. because I really don't like using charm spells for that reason.
Oh, this isn't charm. This is completely temporarily making them backseat in their own mind. It's horrible, and I don't like doing But
Is it like dominate person or like something else?
that. Yes. Again, don't like it. Can do it.
Do you have the ability to like dispel magic? Is that a thing that you can do, or like?
No.
Okay, so it's all on me then. Great.
I'm very much. I can either counter active effects or I can completely annihilate someone.
I mean, counterspelling is really cool. Really cool.
That's what it is?
Yeah. You didn't know the name of that spell that you were casting?
Nope. I'm going to be honest. I tend not to know a lot of things. Just assume that I don't know unless I tell you that I know.
So how did you learn it if you don't know the name of that spell? You didn't make a pact with somebody, did you?
No.
Okay, good. There's way too much of that going around.
No, I just did it. That's why I was really confused when you lot were making magic earlier. You were giving up magic items to do that? I just did that.
Oh, that was just to like make new spells. Like
Yeah,
spells that like don't already exist as like part of the weave.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You had to use magic items to make that happen. That's what confused me, because I just did it. Maybe it's a sorcerer thing.
Well, I mean, we didn't have to. It makes your chances better.
Wait, hang on, that was a fucking option?
Yeah! You just take magical energy from something else and, like, transference.
It kind of just goes quiet. It's okay. Right, yes, this barrier.
Right, yeah, the barrier. Do you think I should take it down now? Or, like...
Oh, God, no.
Okay.
Because what the hell would two of us do?
Yeah, that's fair. Everybody else is, like, doing things. Okay.
And it would incriminate us immediately.
I mean, I could claim it was an accident, but it would probably be pretty hard to convince somebody of that.
Yes, I accidentally took down this incredibly powerful magic.
You'd be surprised at the stuff I've accidentally done.
That says more about you than it does the infrastructure of the places you've been.
That's probably true. Okay, so... maybe we should back away slowly now that we know what this does? Maybe? Unless there's something else you want to do while we're here.
I'd like to learn more about the city. You know,
Oh! Yeah, I can do that.
Existing outside of a tiny settlement for my entire life. You know.
Yeah, if you have questions, like specific questions, I could probably like answer some of those. I've been around.
No, it's just gonna take me a while to realize that everything I was ever taught as a child was a lie.
Oh yeah, because you grew up in the second century. Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
really call it sure, we'll go with that.
I mean, were you not raised with them? Were you raised elsewhere? I mean, you were like small and now you're bigger, right? That's how that works.
Okay, yeah, I physically grew up there, but I don't know whether I...
Yeah, it didn't seem like a nurturing environment, exactly.
It was, of sorts. Anyway, barrier. This. Becoming a wanted criminal. That's gonna be interesting.
I mean, you know, you can't be wanted if there's no one to want you. So if we get rid of this clod, it should be fine.
I could have swore I heard something like metallic fall over earlier. Like soldiers moving, but I don't know. Maybe it's just
Davina has certainly shown you that there are some interesting looking, very non-alive looking humanoids that almost certainly be a affront to your existence as a druid within the palace walls.
Are they like constructs or like?
They appear to be some form of construct, yes.
I mean, to be fair, metal is natural.
Yeah. This is a bit of a different world to the standard one that I'm basing my druidicness off of right now.
Also, Audra's just built different.
That's true. And I love that about her.
Is Davina able to give me like, if I like see through her eyes for a bit, am I able to get like approximate numbers on the amount of like troops just kind of like milling around? Constructs or otherwise?
Yeah, at first you can see like a handful of ones that are just like guarding various entryways, but then like you notice that the wall itself seems to be partially made out of some of these creatures as well.
Oh shit, that's kind of cool. What can I tell about the way that they function? Do they seem to have like ballista or something on them? Are they like sensory in nature? Do they got eyes?
Who are you looking at? From how close? And
I'm not getting any closer. Davina, I'm just like looking directly through Davina's eyes at this point. But I guess I'll take a peek at this guy.
So would you like pilot Davina kind of close?
I wasn't pressing my mic button. I'm gonna have Davina go like as far overhead as she is able to go, and then do like a dive straight down with the dodge action prepared.
Alright, in that case, please roll me a perception check through her eyes, I assume that would be?
Yes, so that'd be +3 with advantage.
Is that how that works?
So that's 15 +3.
That makes more sense. So with an 18, it definitely seemed like they have eyes, or at least this creature has some form of feature where on a human eyes would be. Through the wall, it doesn't seem to move, but as Davina gets closer, it speaks. "Stand away, citizen!"
Does anything happen if Davina lands on it?
This is an unauthorized place to chill. You have 5 seconds to disappear.
Yeah, Davina will take off.
Thank you for being a law-abiding citizen.
Turn to Providence. Well, that was weird.
making that seem like... Yeah, it's weird. So are a lot of things today.
Well, just so you know, that's not normal.
Okay. So how the hell are we doing that?
We're gonna try to come back with the rest of our friends, and I'm gonna, if our other plan doesn't work out, I'm gonna try to dispel it.
Could we just ask to go in?
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
I feel like every idea we're going to have is a terrible idea, given what I've overheard about this group in the last 36 hours.
I think our ideas are pretty good. Why would you come to that conclusion?
Well, for a start, my first interaction with you lot was you coming towards the camp and killing someone who I thought was borderline indestructible. And then I learned that you're on a quest to revive the sun.
Mm-hmm. There's supposed to be another one up there.
Yep. That's... And then an army's coming. That's interesting. And Inqua, was that their name? Was a blood monster? And then they're not a blood monster.
Yeah, I actually think that was a really good choice. The not becoming one, not the becoming one. I wasn't supportive of that decision. I mean, I tried, but...
Can you see just how I might see this as a slight, be the correct word, batshit insane?
You can just say no to magic and you don't even know how you know how to do that.
I don't know where my magic comes from, I'm going to be completely honest. I just have it.
That's pretty weird. It's pretty unusual. You're the first person I've ever come across that is in that situation, so...
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. I think we're having this conversation as we're slowly backing away.
Yeah.
Oh gee, I hope so. Although, why don't we just go in and talk to Sklad? Also sounds fun.
Can you blame Providence? They don't know that Sklad's bad.
I
It's just like...
fully endorse Providence's plan. But
Of course you would.
look, that's only because I just love playing bad NPCs. It's not at all because it would just get you guys insta-killed, or... It would just be fun.
Ren is just really itching to run our funeral scene.
Bold of you to assume there's enough left to have a funeral with.
You can have a funeral with ashes.
We don't know whose ashes are whose, so we just gonna made 6 urns. And filled them. And prayed.
Well, those guys step away. Arazid and Solas have successfully made it outside.
Yay!
Yippee!
You're almost sad to realise you'll have to come back.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna pull that off, but it's good. Don't worry about it. I need to refresh the page because the map didn't load. This has happened twice to me. It's okay.
Yeah. If you're wondering what this thing is in the corner of the map is, it's Sklad's signature after she's signed for clothes after running through the street naked after the party killed her and she revived.
Yeah.
I thought that the horns were very important. Oh yeah, by the way, Providence. By now you've almost certainly seen one statue of Sklad somewhere about the city. Would you like to know what she looks like?
I would absolutely love to know. face of the person who's gonna monologue over my corpse. Nice.
Now, is Claude dressed in the statue, or...?
Yes.
You know what? I reckon me and Scott can get along quite well.
Providence, after Skin gives up as her consort. I volunteer as tribute.
Oh, you know, I would
Could be
just...
a plan.
It could be a plan. I might pretend to be an ally and just constantly subtle cast counterspell every round. Just to confuse her.
Why do villains have to be so attractive? This is unfair. You should have seen the Gressing Mens.
Oh yeah. But counterspell, I mean counterpoint.
They're dead.
No, counterpoint the great bitch.
I mean, for a dragon.
Oh my god. Is this where Sarah outs herself as a secret scaly? Moving on with the game.
I mean, for a dragon, I'm not saying wouldn't. I'm just not saying would.
You're saying what?
Yeah.
You guys trot through the desert sands. You quickly get lost in the sea of soldiers, all milling about. Until at last you come to some quite important looking tents.
I'm on the lookout for Vang.
One tent is quite large indeed, has a couple of guards standing outside it, and you see Isolde walking out of it.
I very conspicuously wave her down.
She has a double take when she sees you, but walks on over. You're fucking alive.
Yeah, I know, it's insane, right?
On a scale of things I did not expect to see today, you're pretty high up there. Hello.
Hi. So, you guys are preparing for the fight? You guys are fighting?
Which one?
All of them, I guess. I mean, I feel like there's bigger fish to fry than Dross, but all of the fights.
I'm not exactly the fighting type, I'm a lover. You're probably not here for me, are you?
No, I have some news for Vang. I just wanted to say some things that are important to feel useful and stuff.
Let me get you in. The guards don't know you.
Okay.
Vang leads you over. She says a few short words to the guards, gestures at the pair of you. They nod at you and allow you to enter into the tent. Inside, you see Vang sitting on a low bed, brushing her hair. Oh. Good morning.
Hi. I kind of bow awkwardly, and then I don't unbow. I just keep bowing.
You're already quite close to the ground as you are. Your nose basically ploots into the sand. Or, well, it's more a carpet strewn over sand to try and keep that shit out. Please rise.
I rise.
You come from Onalembo? Do you have news of my darling Henry?
Oh yeah, see, that's why I wanted to talk to you, because I feel like it's really important that you know that a lot of bad things happened to the crew that was going from Onalembo back to Naglamont, and almost everybody I think died. But Henry's not dead.
Oh, well, that's good. And he's on his way back here then? He came with you?
He came with you?
I don't think so. I think he might be going to Grove.
Why?
I think to fight, either that or Clarence is going there too. So maybe he's going with Clarence, right? I think
He's
they
going
arguing
to
about-
Naglamond.
Oh, okay, he's going to Naglamond. Okay, well. He's going to Naglamond, I think. But I met Clarence too, and Clarence is going to Grove, I think.
Clarence is alive?
Yeah, I had like kind of the same reaction because okay, so he was kind of with some people that I knew for a while. I knew that he was there, but then he wasn't there anymore, and I was kind of confused about that. But then we found him somewhere, and now he's alive. He's really sassy. Did you know that? I think you knew that. Why is he so sassy?
He's my brother.
Actually, yeah, that tracks. That tracks.
Give me 2 seconds. My headset's about to die, so I need to switch mics because I don't have enough USB sets to charge my headsets. And also have this microphone up, so apologies.
Testing.
Hell yeah.
I was just like, well, I mean, I know where Clarence is, and Clarence is, yeah. That tracks. Yep, yep, that makes sense. But that's all the information I have. I don't know. I feel like if I think I kind of knew that you were here, but I think Henry still went back to Naglamund. I don't know what that was really about, but maybe I didn't tell him. Maybe I forgot. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of the situation of everyone. But a lot of good people apparently didn't make the trip. I mean, we don't know. I don't know if they're dead or not. I wasn't there, but according to Henry, they're all pretty much dead. Well, I would prefer if I don't think going to Owen's a good idea right now because of on account of all of the undead there, but and also the giant army that's marching on it that will probably kill everyone that you love. What? Oh, okay. I don't think that you should go to Owen on account of the undead and also the giant army marching on it that will probably kill you and everyone that you love.
I can provide a bit clearer context on that. So, Great Bitch, Dragon, TLDR, really old creature. had a kid, which is fun, and that kid is leading an army that is a good several thousand people strong that is going to wipe out this entire space over the span of a week or two. Yeah.
I'd say so.
Oh, and we have Grove under control. No worries.
Yeah, I just wanted to keep you informed about everything. Also, for potentially the help, if you would like to fight someone else, that could be great. You know. I mean, if you need support in the war meeting, we could help. I guess, right? He looks at Solas like he just offered up Solas' help without asking him. So he looks at him like, "Yeah."
Hmm? Oh, well. Not really my forte, but don't have much else to do, so.
Cool. Yeah.
Well,
Actually, on that note, I might go back inside, and you guys can talk about that on your own, actually, by yourselves. And I think that's going to be best for all of us. Actually, can we do that? Can we do that instead? Sarah, I can't use that information because I didn't come up with it myself, but that's so good. Damn it. Yeah, I can do that for sure. Yep. Just give me like say I don't know an hour or two. Great. Cool.
Alrighty. Well, eventually, once Chance notices other people kind of returning or whatnot, or like enough time passes, he will give up for the day and go return to the sewers. Oh, okay.
I made a bad mistake, but it could also be a good thing. Don't worry, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
You're advancing the plot, and for that, we thank you.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay, yay, yay. Now I can go smoke weed with my ex-roommate.
Yeah.
10 different
Yeah, that's what we
octopolis.
can do.
Is that actually going to do anything though? Because then we still need
at
to
least
destroy the
then it's
phylactery.
outside of anti-magic field. I mean, we can find the phylactery later.
I mean, the last time we killed Sklod, we had like 2 hours to find the phylactery, like in game.
Okay, we could just non-lethally just knock her ass out. Truss her up like a chicken and drag her with us to find the phylactery.
I mean, we also do know what the phylactery is this time, so it's less of it would be going from one boss fight to the next.
Just have to.
Or
Well,
we could
we'll
just
also
like
have
let her
allies
do war
there.
meeting while we hunt down the phylactery and like.
We'd still
other
be going
things.
from one boss fight to the next.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Big fan of the RP.
got to do the dress blues.
Joey.
Mm.
But food coming to you is always a positive, right?